Hello and welcome to today's model workshop. Today I'm going to show you how to stretch sprue for things like antennas or aerials or rigging lines on naval vessels, or also for using on weld seams, which I'm going to be doing a video of very soon, which is what I'm doing here today. So it's pretty basic stuff. You know, this is like modeling 101, the most basic stuff. I'm sure a lot of you guys, you know this inside out, but for those who don't, here is how you stretch sprue. Get a piece of sprue, get a candle. Your piece of sprue, look, this is what, maybe 6 centimeters long, 2 inches long roughly. And you just want a piece that's nice and straight. You don't want a piece that's got lots of bumps, lots of little gates that you've cut pieces off. Just a nice flat, a nice straight piece. And to start off, you hold it above your candle flame until it starts to bend. So you don't hold it right in the candle flame. Hold it, maybe an inch above, 3 centimeters above, and you'll see when it starts to bend, you'll know. And once it bends, the trick is just pull the two halves apart. So there we go, starting to bend. My candle flame is moving around a little bit, unfortunately, which makes it a bit harder. You most definitely want to do this outside. Do not do this inside, because it gives off these horrible noxious fumes. You don't want to be breathing this crud in. So it's nearly ready. I give it a little sort of twist like that to just see how pliable it is, and I'm gently pulling it apart here. For the first one, you don't want it to catch a light. Once it's done it once and you've snipped it off, then it's time to actually get it burning. But here, for the first one, yeah, you don't want it to catch a light. So this is taking, what, about a minute, because I'm being very cautious. And there we go, bang, it's ready to go. So you just pull it apart. Not my best effort. So, if that happens to you, just chuck those pieces in, they curl on up, and there we go. Ah, I've blown out my candle. Okay, but you can see how the pieces are now really molten and they're stretching. So that's one. I'm going to get my candle going again and come back in a tick. Candle's back in action. This piece here, simply trim it off. And here's my piece of stretched sprue. So the beauty of this technique is that you can get it as fine or as thick as you want. Once you've got that first one, then you do want these guys to kind of catch a light. It melts them together, and it just means that they're ready to go a lot faster. A little candle flames wobbling about again. And you might even see, so that black, that noxious black stuff coming off, you do not want to breathe that stuff in, and you do not want to have that inside. It's terrible stuff. It's not good for you. I'm sure it'll give you cancer the moment you breathe that stuff in. So there's another piece, and it just snipping that off at both ends. It hardens really fast. There's my piece of stretched sprue. You can see a piece of that black stuff stuck to my thumb. It's horrible. It's like soot, but it's worse. If you breathe that in, it's the pits. If you do this inside, it'll get on your ceiling of your room, and it's just horrible stuff. Don't breathe this in. So again, got some burning. Hold the two ends together. Blow it out, and then stretch your sprue. So this one's nice and fine. The faster you move your fingers apart, the finer you end up with, and that would be good for a radio antenna on a, say, a scale fighter, World War II fighter, or even biplane rigging. So yeah, this is the most recent piece. Yeah, that's the technique. So today, like I said, I'm trying to get it fairly thick. I want it maybe about 1/2 millimeter thick, so I'm pulling my fingers apart slower than I normally would, because I want to do some weld seams, and I want, basically, I didn't want to spend good money using a styrene rod when I could make this stuff happen for free. That's pretty much the technique, guys. There's the horrible black stuff. Pretty malleable, as you can see. No, not quite enough. The first one's always the hardest one to get going. Obviously, don't burn your fingers. Don't let that plastic stuff drip onto your skin, or it will hurt. That is pretty much perfect for my purposes. So this bit from about here on, bang, perfect. That's exactly what I'm after. About 1/2 millimeter thick, and you know, free. Otherwise you'd just be throwing this stuff out once you finish the kit. I'm going to do one more, but yeah, you get the idea. Like I said, this is modelling 101. It's the most basic stuff you can do. You know, everyone knows how to do this. So for a lot of my audience, right now you'll be saying, well, what the hell? Why have you shown this to me? But I'm assuming that there are some people out there just getting into modelling, not quite sure how to do it, or, you know, just newbies. And we all start off as newbies sometime. There you go. I'm happy with that one. It's got a little kink in the middle, but you know what? I only need little lengths like that. And you'll find that, you know, it kind of goes thin and thick, thin and thick and thin and thick. It's not a precise art, but the beauty of it is you can make a heap of them. You know, they're free, and make as many as you need, and then just choose the best ones for your purposes. So yeah, enjoy. Hope this has been helpful. Like I said, it's pretty basic stuff. I hope this hasn't been boring to any of you guys who are my regular audience, and I'll check you next time, guys. See you later. Bye.